After a season of testing each other's patience, the CIA Season 1 finale has given Colin and Bill a new path forward. Hailing from the creative team of Dick Wolf, David Hudgens, Warren Leight, Nicole Perlman, David Chastain and showrunner Mike Weiss, the CBS series marks the latest spin-off of the long-running FBI franchise. Led by Lucifer alum Tom Ellis and one Chicago vet Nick Gehlfuss, the show has followed by-the-book FBI Special Agent Bill Goodman and secretive CIA agent Colin Glass as they find themselves inadvertently partnered in a new joint agency task force, all while the former investigates a potential mole among them. This has all built up to CIA Season 1's finale, Broken Glass, in which Colin learns that his former work and romantic partner, Tony, is actually alive, in spite of her perceived death during a mission in the Philippines, and has killed the team's mole, Jake Matthews' Kevin Turner. The pair race across the city in the hopes to find her and discover why she killed Kevin, and where she's been in the years since her apparent death. In honor of the episode's premiere, Screen Rant's Grant Hermans interviewed Tom Ellis and Nick Gehlfuss to discuss the CIA Season 1 finale. The pair opened up about the organic nature of their chemistry building over the course of the first season, as well how Bill and Colin's dynamic has changed by the ending and what it will mean going into Season 2. It was love at first audition for Ellis and Gehlfuss. Mark Schaefer/CBS. Reflecting on their time with the series thus far, and the feedback from both critics and fans, Ellis and Gehlfuss pointed out the consistent praise for their chemistry, with the former denoting that he was very aware that if this show was going to have any degree of success, it would really hinge on this relationship. Recalling their first chemistry read together, Ellis found he was realizing we had this great kind of affection for each other, beyond their characters, as much as worked really well together. Tom Ellis, we were looking for this kind of odd couple dynamic, and what we realized through the process is you can't really force that situation. It just has to be that these two characters are diametrically opposed in all areas, but you can't say, because of this and because of that, it is just a natural thing. And Nick and I, we started working together. It was like, oh, this is it. This is the relationship that we knew we were looking to find, and this is the dynamic. We're not acting it, if you know what I mean. Ellis went on to celebrate that people are really getting on the Colin and Bill train and enjoying both characters spending time with each other and the rest of the CIA cast, as well as what they hide from each other, their moments of discovery together and their moments of humor together. Gehlfuss went on to chuckle as he called it love at first audition, while also being excited that audiences want us to keep telling stories. The one Chicago alum went on to acknowledge that the frequent mention of his and Ellis' chemistry in the series is a delicate balance, as we don't play that as actors, but instead have to come to set ready with your part of the puzzle, as well as the type of person you are blended with that, and listen and technically do what we're supposed to do in an effort to portray three-dimensional, truthful human beings. And while he admits he doesn't know how to say we have good chemistry, Gehlfuss himself even spotted the chemistry when going back and rewatching the episodes. Nick Gehlfuss, I see what people are responding to. I think it's just the magic of what can happen when you have all the right ingredients. I'm really happy to be a part of that, personally. But yeah, the genre, I think, is also something that's a little brand new to broadcast television. We've seen it in film and premium cable, but espionage, it's juicy. Bill and Colin finally have a real trust in one another after CIA Season 1's ending. Mark Schaefer/CBS. While they may have started off on a note of distrust and differing worldviews, Bill and Colin's dynamic has changed drastically by the CIA Season 1 finale, with the former acting as a grounding anchor for the latter in his hunt for Tony throughout the episode. This even comes with an emotional moment between the pair in the ending, as Bill calls Colin his partner and offers words of comfort, even while revealing that Angela Sarafian's character is going to be put back into the field as an operative. When asked about what the dynamic is like going into the already greenlit CIA Season 2, Ellis began by explaining the start of the show features surety and trust in other areas of their life, but feels that Bill is now the one person that Colin probably really trusts, even more so than Nikki. He also feels there's probably a similar feeling for Bill by the end of the season, as he finds himself trusting Colin more than anyone else in his life. Tom Ellis, I think that was the journey of the first season, was about the building of trust in a world where trust doesn't really exist. They got there, but unfortunately, the wheels came off everywhere else in their life. Laughs, so, like they're going to have to really rely on each other now to get themselves out, and Colin out of this existential crisis that he's now in, because everything he thought about himself and his life and the people in it has just been thrown into the air. It is interesting that they got there in the end, but unfortunately, the things that fell apart around them, now they're going to have to use that trust to get out of it. Gehlfuss humorously pointed out that the CIA Season 1 ending is appropriately titled Broken Glass, feeling that Bill is really having to keep his cohort together through the episode. Ellis retorted with a chuckle as he shared that, "We did sing Annie Lennox every day on set," referring to the Scottish singer's 1992 hit, Walking on Broken Glass, which Gehlfuss confirmed and expressed his hope that's the credit song, saying, "We've really missed an opportunity if it wasn't." The star went on to share that Bill is totally supporting and helping Colin through this emotional journey that is the Tony and Sarah love triangle in the CIA Season 1 finale, as Sarah Diamond's character returns to unknowingly help the pair get into the pyramid party the climax is set at. Gehlfuss also found that Bill and Colin have come to new levels in